What's going on, people? Welcome to the Player Rating Show. As Manchester United have finally won on the road. And the last one was actually against Nottingham Forest, who we're watching beat Arsenal right now, actually. Nottingham Forest away isn't for everyone. They'll probably come back and win. But we got there in the end, and let's get into the player ratings. David De Gea.
The defence are part of a collective where I would give them the highest ratings.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give David De Gea maybe a 7 or an 8. I don't want to run away from it, so I'll give him an 8.
I like that. I think that's fair. I think at 8, you know, when there's not much going on the top end of the pitch, you've scored. You need to make sure you keep that clean sheet. David Gea got golden glove. He's going, it's my golden glove. I'm making sure that is it. I'm making sure people can't just say it's only because I have Varane and Martinez in front of me. I'm making sure that I've got a direct impact in this, and I'm going to show you, man. So 8, yeah?
Yep, 8, I agree with that.
Let's keep it moving then. Wambi!
Give him an 8. Give him an 8, man. Thought he was really good today. You know, he's improved so much. And he's going from strength to strength, week to week. And him and Anthony are building a nice little partnership. So I'll give him an 8 today.
I'll give him a 7. But it's there or theretheabouts. Would you have gone with the 8 as well?
Yeah, 8. I can't mark people down.
Yeah.
Can't mark people down. We're
Okay,
winning.
yeah,
First
yeah.
away game.
8. 8. Because you know, it's like, why nitpick to try and get less? Like, we're 1 point away from Champions League. But it probably was a 7, but who cares?
No, I agree.
I think what I like about Wambi, what he's doing now is, I said it in my fan view, that like he's not just getting picked because, there's Matoma or there's Martinelli, go lock him up 1v1 because that's what you're good for. He's getting picked in the games that we actually will probably dominate possession as well.
Yeah, he's not being picked just for the assassination missions, innit?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's exactly. Yeah,
exactly.
like he's being picked because of his contributions and how he's sort of like, you know, his partnership with Anthony, but also the defensive portion, obviously. But then his attacking's getting really good as well. As we've seen, he's putting crosses into the boxes now, cutting it back. We're seeing that a lot from week to week. So yeah, man, big up to Wan-Bissaka, man. Good performance.
Yeah.
Today.
9. I'm going to give him a 9 today.
Lindy, or as DJ calls him, Linda Rock.
Linda Rock, solid today, rock solid today, and just not even the defensive side of things. His build-up's really good, and he was driving with the ball today at times. He's a really good ball-playing centre-back, so yeah, 9 today, not off it wrong.
Yeah, he was man of the match today. He was exceptional. I know
9,
you echoed that, Linda
yeah,
Rock.
9, I agree with that. He was amazing today, and he's now sort of, you know, coming out of that Maguire shadow in a sense, stand on his own kind of thing, and he's just so composed today. Everything he dealt with, composed, under pressure, he deal with it. So yeah, man, solid 9 for me today.
Yeah, I actually done it the wrong way around because obviously Lindelof played left centre back, but just wanted to get to the man of the match that quickly. But the ghost of Rafe the Phantom. You know what about the ghost of Rafe the Phantom today? Yeah, he's gonna get marked lower than Lindelof because we're saying like Lindelof's the main guy, but he did everything right. But because he's like synonymous with that, where it's just run, innit? Of course, he's just going to bring the ball down and pass it and just do win headers. And he didn't play as good as Lindelof, but he was comfortable today.
What does he have to do to get noticed above the other centre-backs?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's exactly what my point is, because it's like he's a victim of his own ghost of Rafe the Phantomness.
Yeah.
I just made up a term, but he's a victim of that. Because for Varane to play at 9, he has to score. Innit? Yeah. Really, or it's like against Haaland and he does mad stuff where it's like, Haaland couldn't do anything. But every week where he did everything he did right.
Yeah. He hits high numbers.
So arguably he's like a 10 out of 10 because he didn't do nothing wrong. But like we can't do that. Yeah. So you're right. What does he need to do to get more recognised? Because he just goes. I think them players are so good. But the reason why we're giving Lindelof these things, because we're like, man, we didn't expect this. Man, Lindelof's really not. Give him his props. But like Varane, we're like, obviously he done that because he's the ghost of Rafe the Phantom.
So
he's got to get an 8.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 8 though. That's the craziest thing.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, 8.
Yeah,
8, and we get that week in, week out with him. So 8.
Exactly.
Yep.
Left back, Luke Shaw. Not like, again, he was part of the back 4, solid, didn't do anything wrong, bringing the ball down. Didn't give us much attacking wise, the balls in the box, but that relationship weren't really there with Sancho. A lot of people saying, what would you give Shaw today?
I'll give him a 7, just based off that. Could have easily been an 8, but a 7 for me. He played okay today. And I think, KG mentioned it during the show. He's becoming one of those senior players now that we look to, really talented, as you can see. And when he is on form, he's a joy to watch. Just today, I just don't think the relationship with Sancho was there today. Maybe that's why I'm going with a 7. But apart from that, really good performance.
Cage is a disgracing chief. You can hear that. His phone. He's not even on this video.
It's not my phone, it's my. I'm watching you guys.
So what is that then? What is that noise?
I'm being entertained by you.
Yeah, so what noise is that? What noise is it?
Someone's in here sent me a
What?
message.
Yeah, so why is it not on silent? You're in the studio where the red light's on. The red light's on. That means recording.
I'll watch this at home. But
Yeah, but why? But why? Why? What? Look at you.
Going, though. Keep
You're in Crocs. You got popcorn all over you. You got your phone going off.
going, fam.
This
Yeah,
guy.
this is very entertaining.
Yeah, great. We'd like to do it in silence. Disgrace cheats. That blames the person messaging him. I can't. This guy. Honestly, I told you. Chaos. Straight chaos. Luke Shaw. Do you agree with Luke Shaw? Basically, what he said.
7-7.
Right. KG, honestly. Right. Let's get to midfield. Casemiro.
Top performance from him, and I've been waiting for one of these to come because of late it hasn't really been. He hasn't really been giving me the 7 that I'm going to give him today. It's been 6 and 5, but I'm going to give him 7 today, and it's a good 7. It's a strong one. I know you guys are looking maybe 8s or 9s.
Scored a bicycle, bro.
Oh yeah, he scored. Oh yeah, he did score.
On the bicycle.
No. Okay, well, 8 for the goal, but I still, I'm not seeing the big game Miro, the Champions League level cast. So
There was 8. Yeah, you keep going up because I'm going to read our stat to you. Go on.
Yeah, for me, Casemiro
Don't
gets
really
an
like
8
the stat
today.
that much, but yeah.
Much better improved performances that we've seen lately. He was winning the ball very well, interceptions. Just the Casemiro, like I disagree. Like I saw shades of the Casemiro we've been seeing when he's been on form. You know what I mean?
Casemiro's game by numbers: 93 touches, 8% pass accuracy, 8 long balls completed, 6 ground duels won, 5 tackles won, 4 shots, 3 key passes, 3 out of 3 aerial duels won, 2 interceptions, 2 clearances, 1 goal.
yeah,
That's a mad.
a 7, but yeah, a 7, definitely a 7.
Nah, it's 8's wicked. 8's still good. Yeah, you said 8. You said 8.
7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, guys.
Trying to mark him down. Done a
You
Brazilian.
say it, and I don't even like marking people down. Let's go with the 8. Let's
Done
take
a
it.
Brazilian Copacabana beach kick. Like he done it. He done the Rio kick.
This. He's going back to, like you said, his
Yeah.
best form. But you know, I'm in my head, especially recently. I'm thinking about the 6s and 5s that he's been delivering of late.
Yeah, but this
And
is
then-
this 90 though.
Yeah, true.
But
And that's why I'll go with 8.
Yeah. But that's like 8's a low score. It's not a low score. What would you give him higher than that?
Nah, 8's. I think
Yeah.
8's accurate.
Yeah.
8's accurate.
Ericsson.
I'll give Ericsson a 7 today.
Fair.
He
Gets the assist for the goal as well, by the way.
very.
He makes the defender have to bend himself up and think, right, I have to get that because Casemiro's going to get it. So that's a great pass.
Yeah, he literally had the defender doing all types of acrobatics, but he always starts bright. He controlled the game. That's what he was going for today. Controlled the game in large parts, and then just fades out, and that's to be expected, isn't it? We expect that from Ericsson, so a 7 for me.
Yeah, can agree with that.
Agree with that. Bruno, your guy.
I'm gonna.
He's our guy, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I don't want to 5. It's a little bit below average today, but he's still heavily productive, and that's what you kind of get with Bruno. It's a lot of you know, almost heavy metal kind of style of football, running, tackles, everything. But I'm gonna give him a 5 today, unfortunately.
Yeah, it wasn't good from Bruno today, was it? He nearly scored actually a great goal in typical Bruno fashion, but everything he tried to do just wouldn't come off today, would it really?
Yeah, definitely a 5 for me today. I can say that with a full chest. Definitely a 5. And I'll be real with you guys. Like some of the mistakes he was making today, we can't be doing that against the big teams. I.e., we got a big team coming up in a very important final. Can't be doing that. He can't play that performance today. He can't play like that over there. We'll get eaten alive. So I'm saying definitely a 5. And you know, I'd like to see some competition now come in to maybe just push him and keep him honest. If that makes sense.
Yeah, because it hit a point in the stream where KJ was like, yeah, we take him off, but like, who do I even bring on for him though? We don't have anyone else who's like an attacking. It was, you know, maybe Sabitzer could have been that, but that's done now, that's ended. The Donny van de Beek, that's done now, that's ended. There isn't anyone who can, you know, when Bruno's a bit off, you can go, boom, bring in this guy.
I don't think that anyone can in world football other than the guy that we always compare him with, if I'm honest, guys.
De Bruyne.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Bruno puts up big number. Odegaard, if you could bring on Odegaard, then.
Yeah.
All right, but he's our guy. Yeah, no, listen, when it comes to putting numbers on the board, I say it all the time. Bruno ain't as slick as them man and the way they play ball, but when it comes to putting your numbers on the table of how you impact the games, his numbers are up there with De Bruyne. But as we've seen, by how some people dissect things, numbers don't tell everything. And I was saying that even this week when I was comparing Kevin De Bruyne to a certain David Silva.
Yes,
I'm saying people didn't
And I
like
agree
it.
with- no, but
People
I
didn't
agree.
like it. Exactly.
They're chatting nonsense, by the way.
They just want numbers.
They're chatting nonsense, by the way.
want
That
numbers.
was- nah, you're right. That's
That means them certain man are better than Xavi and Iniesta and that
No,
then. Because Xavi used to get like 5 goals and 4 assists for the whole season. What's he doing?
Eyes. That's what you was telling them.
There you
man.
go.
That's
There
what
you
they-
go. Speaking of using our eyes, let's use our eyes to dissect how Jadon Sancho played today.
Ah, man. You know what? I can see he's trying, but it's just not coming off for whatever reason. And for me, if I'm going to give him a rating, it would be 5. Yeah, it's very flat, man. Just flat performances. It's crazy because I can see him trying. I can see him trying things. It's just not coming off. I'm willing to give him a season to address that. Get a full preseason and address that. But for 5 for me today, just not as good as we need, man.
4, and maybe even 3. But he needs to go in new season for him.
1-1-0 as well.
Yeah.
Nah, but listen, that's your...
He needs to go into new season. The preseason needs to come for him very quickly, and he needs to buck up his ideas.
Was he Western Bruno today? Sorry, just
Yes.
on camera, just.
Yes.
He was Western Bruno?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, at least he's justified it. He's Weston Bruno. I probably would have went with just a flat 5. I don't think he wasn't good enough. He wasn't good enough at all. He's really tried to for things to come off. You know, he's always gonna try and work hard and get his mind right and stuff. But nah, it just wasn't the one for me. Nah, he just couldn't be it. And some people on Twitter have said he's played amazing and he's done this and done that. That's why you can't just go by numbers and all that. Just look at the actual game of what he's done, and he wasn't good enough today. Martial.
It's a strange one. Very, very strange. I'm going to say a 6. Yeah, a 6. I saw some good things from him today. You know, he was holding up the play. He was linking up well with his teammates. Wouldn't say he was a goal threat. There was not really any danger, but he was keeping possession a lot of the time. And I was quite bemused why he came off. I don't understand it. Hopefully we get something, you know, in a little bit, but not sure why he came off. I was disappointed when he came off because I thought that he was starting to cook around that time. But a 6 for me anyway.
Is that fair?
Yeah, I would have gone 5 because he didn't contribute enough. But yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, it was a weird time for him to come off. It looked like he was maybe going to just on the brink of starting to do something.
Coming to the game.
Because other than that, it was more falling over and like slipping over and stuff, and a couple of decent passes as well. But yeah, it just wasn't it for him. Anthony. Forrest should have just scored a second. We've got it on here in the studio, and if you're thinking, what's going on? Why don't you just do play ratings? At the time of recording, it's now the second half, and Forrest nearly scored a second. Probably should have done.
Anthony played well again. I'm going to give him a 6. I think, you know, for me, I know that we've scored, but the forward line wasn't brilliant.
No, not at all.
You know, it was the defensive line and the midfield line that really contributed to this result. But Anthony was one of the better ones in the forward line, so I'll give him a 6.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, give him a 6.
And then the subs that came on, Garnacho came on, does what he does, couple of little feints, you know what I mean? I think flat 6, 5, just in a.
I'm not going to allow the gone for a 7.
7?
Yeah, and I'll tell you why.
Wow, that's
because
high.
I know.
That's
high. Funny, you know?
I don't want to knock people down, though, but let me hear you.
This is why. Because he did more than what Sancho did. He did way more than in his cameo than what Sancho did for the whole game, in my opinion. He looked threatening, he looked dangerous. And when we brought on the more defensive-minded players, the only player that looked able to even get something further in the game was Garnacho. So that's why, like, that cameo was stelling. Great.
Wow.
It's only a cameo, though. Unless he bags, isn't it? Unless he bags.
Yeah, like he did the other day.
Yes.
Yeah, I would have gone with a 6.
Yeah, a 6.
Maybe even a 5. Like, came on, he had a couple of good dribbles, and then after that, he got sussed out a couple of times, and then it just wasn't enough time. The game just kind of faded as a defensive game.
I'd say all of them except for Wout. Maybe get an average flat 5 or 6. Maybe.
Including Wout.
Yeah, maybe Wout. Yeah.
It was wasteful as well.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, kind of like a 5 flat for all the subs. If you're going to edge one, then maybe Garnacho can get the 6, the rest can get the 5. And Eric Ten Hag out of 10, you know, an away win, our last away game of the season, and then finally a big win. And actually, with what happened with Liverpool, we did our job. Yeah. It's all been about doing our job, and we did.
10, and if I could give him 11, it would be 11. The presser was brilliant. You know, the kind of attitude that he's given to these players and mentality. We had to win one at some stage. You know, we had to go away from home to pick up 3 points. And we done that today, you know, and just the way he conducts himself, like I'm saying in the press, I'll watch it back, you know, keeping the mentality right for these players going into the end of the season. And we're going to need to do that now to definitely secure the Champions League, even though I think it's there.
Yeah, I would go with a 10. Pick the best squad available to him, made the right substitutions at the right time, and we needed a away win. So, yeah, reflects the manager, 10.
Okay, there you go. That is the player ratings. Let us know if you think these guys are wild. Are they on cloud 9? Are they gassed? Or have they not, you know, appreciated our players enough during that game? Or is it a bit mixed? Let us know, like you guys usually do in the comments below. One more game left. Well, one more point left. One more point left, actually. And we'll go from there. Hopefully, the next time we're doing these player ratings, we're talking after Chelsea outside the ground with Champions League qualification in the bag. Laters, guys. Peace.